it up, wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Give me some Ingram. It's a coach. You're immersed in the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Mark Ingram, fresh off a big performance a weekend ago, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Seattle Seahawks. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, no trip to the Northwest would be complete without a little rain, and we've got a lot of rain falling right now at CenturyLink Field in downtown Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes, because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. He'll find Metcalf, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you.
Now Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out, because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Wilson's pass complete to Van Ness. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now a play fake here on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Illegal touching.
Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They run the counter. Carson. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Wilson. And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Owasor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That's good for 28 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complementary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Play action. Now Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there. Wilson now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this 1st quarter, and he's got a 1st down. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Carson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play. As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Well, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, it's Carson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Wilson defers to Penny here on the draw. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Willie Henry in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage. But you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run. It's Mark Ingram. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing is Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run with McKesson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6. And he caught it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Returnable for Thomas. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both have been good, pretty balanced.
And have we ever met a coach when we've talked to him before a game that hasn't mentioned wanting to be balanced?
No, because then you've got both sides hitting the defense. They don't know what to expect, right?
Really helps your play calling, because now you're in a position where you're confident in either one, either aspect of the game, dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them.
And, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Chris Conley, a touchdown catch in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. 31-14, the final. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And that game all tied up with the visiting LA Chargers. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Going for Metcalf into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down.
Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. There goes a deep ball. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense. With 2 guys going up for the football, which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt, the will as well as a really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. Snead's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans, but then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson now off the bootleg, rolling to his right. Bryant has it, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Buying time to his left. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run here with Ingram, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Wilson.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level. Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on second down. Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now Ingram, he's been busy today, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Out to his left. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now Jackson forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On second down and 4. Wilson, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll find Metcalf, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's got Lockett, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. They'll run on first down. Carson. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Carson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wilson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Wilson now to throw on third down. Completes it to Dixon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Now Wilson on first down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. J.D. McKissick. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a net.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Second year with the Ravens for Hurst. He didn't have the rookie season he was hoping for, just 13 catches. Remember, he's older than the average second-year player. He spent 2 seasons as a pitcher in minor league baseball before hanging up the glove and heading to the gridiron. Now he says he's more determined than ever. Put on 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason. Says he's on a mission with a lot to prove this year. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. It's complete to Snead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's McKissick. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Now Wilson. And Dixon has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run for it with Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Markevius Mingo picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Let's go, let's go.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now it's Carson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yard.
And that'll be caught by the tight end. It's Ed Dixon with a Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. Now it's Wilson, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on a 2-point try.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now he'll pull it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on 1st. He'll look to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing now is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Baltimore, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.